Brazil had the most murders of trans people globally in 2025. This is from Pink News. In Brazil, in 2025, the Trans Murder Monitoring Report recorded 77 trans women or female presenting victims and 3 trans men or trans masculine victims. I have done a couple of videos previously on the Trans Murder Monitoring Project. If you want to go back and watch those for more information. The figures come from the latest edition of a dossier produced by the country's National Association of Transvestites and Trans People, released this week. 88% of the victims were Black or mixed race, and 14% were involved in some form of activism. And we also know from this report that the targeted murders of trans activists have over doubled in the last year. The result represents a drop of 34% from the previous year's 122 murders, but does not remove Brazil from the top of the ranking, a position that it's held since the monitoring project began in 2008. Brazil has some of the world's most progressive legal protections for LGBTQ+ individuals, driven largely by their Supreme Court rulings. Rights include legal same-sex marriage, granted in 2013, adoption rights, and the ability for trans people to change their legal name without gender surgery. Homophobia and transphobia are criminalized in Brazil as forms of racism. So that's very interesting on Brazil, and I'm not very educated on Brazil, so I'm wondering why they have the highest murder reporting if they have such good protections for LGBT people. But it just goes to show that transphobia is everywhere. So in the US right now, religious cult organizations such as Alliance Defending Freedom, Turning Point USA, and others, and here in Washington, there's one called Let's Go Washington. All of these religious cults are being funded by dark billionaire money. Let's Go Washington is illegally bribing voters with discounted gas and food in exchange for petition signatures and votes. The leader of Let's Go Washington is named Brian Haywood. I made a video about him a couple days ago if you want to go watch it. But he's a Seattle millionaire who is only really there to protect the fossil fuel interests. And he is also attacking the rights of trans children in Washington state. So in the United States, genocide experts have already warned that the U.S. is already past the early stages of a genocide of trans Americans in the U.S. Over 400,000 trans people have migrated from red to blue states since Donald Trump's inauguration. And an unknown number of families have fled the country entirely, seeking asylum protection somewhere else in the world. Because the U.S. government has failed the trans community in this country. And more than that, they've caused irreversible damage, and they're trying to do more. So transphobia is everywhere. Please like this video, share this video, leave your comments. I'll be back very soon with more news. Bye, guys.